A little over 10 years ago, Corrine and I were brainstorming in her office, and she was looking for ideas for outreach. And I looked at her and said, a Women in Ag conference. It's been my dream is to have a Women in Ag conference here in Norfolk. I sat there thinking about all the other women in my neighborhood and in Northeast Nebraska that I knew that were farm women that would be so good for them, building their confidence and knowing that they're important no matter what on the farm. And I think was the main point. And that summer I put my heart and soul, and I think my passion was contagious, because it was really easy to get people on board to sponsor, to be our speakers, and attend. So the first conference was sold out, and it was a very exciting time. And for me, it was just so exciting because seeing how other women just excelled from that, and they came together. We were able to continue this, and not necessarily me being the planner and the organizer, but how others took on the passion and came together as a committee and kept it going. And just 10 years later, I am so honored by that. I was in the audience. I'd helped with planning the conference and felt like I knew what was supposed to be happening, when it was supposed to be happening. And all of a sudden, Corrine got up there and she started talking about this person and how they had decided they wanted to honor this person for, being in a agriculture role and being a part of planning the conference. And I sat there thinking, well, we didn't talk about this. What is this? And that is when she presented me with the Ag-Ceptional Woman of the Year. So I was shocked, and I was completely honored.
My family and the committee, I'm going to use the words, went behind my back, and I had not a clue what was going on when the award was given to me. Actually, my husband was there, and I was like, why aren't you out in the field or back home doing something? You shouldn't be at the conference. This is the women's conference. So it was a complete surprise for me, too.
You said you were doing a Women in Agriculture documentary, and I believed you. And so when I received it, and I saw the video up on the screen among all these people, and my family was there, it was exciting. In agriculture, we're not used to drawing attention to ourselves. We just kind of get the job done. And it was exciting. I didn't understand how many people were going to know about this. It was in many publications. I had so many people come out of the woodwork that gave attention to me that it was far-reaching.
We had been asked as a family to participate in a video, and I came to the conference that day thinking our family would be part of several families included in a video. So we sat down together, and the video started rolling, and I noticed, they started with our family, and they just continued with our family. And pretty soon it became evident that it was just our family.
It was a shock. It was an awesome shock. I didn't know that I really wanted to go that day because we were busy, and then when you started playing that video, it was like, I had no clue. It was an awesome surprise. The kids and my friends, you guys all did a great job. It was very humbling.
So receiving the Ag-Ceptional Woman of the Year award was an honor, very humbling, and it just, listening to what my kids and my family had to say on the video really made me realize they are proud of what I do, and makes me very proud to be doing what I'm doing.
I'm very humbled. I just never placed myself with women who had received the award before me. And what's happened since then is I feel a camaraderie and a joining with other women who are leaders in ag or have received this award before.
One thing that surprised me out of it all is the number of people that congratulated me, not just at the conference, but even months afterwards. People remember it. So I think it must mean something to other people too, that someone in ag is being recognized.
My life has changed a lot in the last 10 years. I left teaching to become a stay-at-home, on-call farm wife, mom, and grandma. And kind of came full circle to what I was doing before I started my teaching career. I have become a certified yoga instructor, so that's kind of different. Also have a business. I'm in direct sales. I am a director with 31 Gifts, and I've been in that role now I've been with them for 7 years. Significant events that have happened in the last 10 years for me have been the addition of now 5 more to our family, with another one on the way. Everybody told us, wait till you have your first grandchild. Just wait. Your life is going to change, and it is the greatest joy ever. And then it happened. And it is truly the biggest joy in our lives ever.
Well, Craig and I are expecting our very first grandchild, so I've been thinking about reading books to grandchildren. And one of my favorite stories was If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And winning this award kind of created a whole snowball of events in my life that remind me of that book. Right after I was given the award, I was asked to become a part of the Nebraska Farm Bureau Ag Promotion and Education Committee. And that led to giving some presentations at the Nebraska State Fair. I now do verifications of livestock for different programs that can add value to the livestock. For instance, we're hearing that China is importing U.S. beef again, and that means that certain requirements have to be met at the farm or ranch level. So I go to the farms and ranches and verify them for whatever programs they would like to get into. And I've been to several states, been to Canada a couple times because of my work. And I, in April of this year, went to Russia on a mission trip with the Orphan Grain Train. And that was the trip of a lifetime. It was a wonderful experience. In many ways, a lot of those events in my life lead right back to the Ag-Ceptional Women's Conference.
A lot of my time has been going to the Nebraska Soybean Board, where I've been able to travel and work on trade missions, marketing our soybeans overseas, and then talk to people all over the world that want to hear what we do here in Northeast Nebraska and how we grow our crops and how we care for our land and our soil. Jim and I have become grandparents to Adeline, who was born in August, to our daughter Justine and son-in-law Nate. So that has really been exciting now I know why everybody's face lights up when they talk about their grandchildren.
I was on the Nebraska Pork Board Association Board of Directors, and my 6 years retired up here in February. So I am done with the state board. However, I stay on a committee with the state board, and I put my name in on a national level committee, and I will be starting that here in the near future. I now have 4 grandkids, and if you ask me at the conference if the 5th one has arrived yet, I'll tell you, it's due then.
I have continued to be very active in not only the ag on our farm, but also the ag at the state and national level. Last year was kind of a big step for us because I've been a farrow to finish hog operation since the 80s, when it was not fun to be in farming. And now we are a contract finishing barns, which we have decided was the right move for us at this time. Our family has gone from no grandchildren to 7, so that's been really exciting. They are very close to Grandpa and Grandma. Our grandkids are the light of our life.
I am still zoning administrator in 2 counties. I'm still helping on the farm. We have a son who works with us with our hogs, and his wife and new baby had some medical issues. They had to be in Omaha in the hospital for 3 weeks this spring, and between my husband, myself, and my grandson, we do what farmers do. You just chip in and you help out. You do what you have to do and you get through it. It's been kind of a rough year for the ag economy with the tariffs and the trade war and the weather, the hail, the overabundance of rain. But we'll get through it, and that's, I think, what farmers do because you just have that passion there and you're trying to make things better.
In the last 6 years, I continue to farm with my son. We have a grain operation, corn and soybeans, and that has taken up the majority of my time. I'm 6 years older, and if you're a grain farmer, you're feeling every one of those days because we're in challenging times, and we have been for several years. But in agriculture, the old timers will tell you that you just get it done and go with the peaks and valleys. I have 2 new grandchildren in that 6 years. That's a new stage of my life that I didn't have in 2012, which is an exciting time for me.
I'm always there for the kids. I'm so thankful they were the age they were when I lost my husband, because we instilled in them a good work ethic, working smart. This young new technology, with the ideas that my son has, is just, sometimes he runs them by me and it makes me tired listening to him. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just, that young blood is just awesome. And then my daughters with the spreadsheets. So I am so amazed with the kids and stepping up to the plate. I've gotten 4 great grandchildren and 1 more on the way, and they're a lot of fun. I was scared after I lost my husband, and I was trying to hold it together, and I didn't know what role each one of the kids were gonna do. And I think I worried for nothing because everybody's got their role and they're doing a great job of what they do. My husband's legacy lives on.
So one thing that I would like to advocate for in agriculture is young farm families and farm wives, and I just stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and your neighbors. Find a way to stay connected to the farm. And so many that are now feeling that disconnect. Well, I'm not in ag, I work in town. Well, you still are involved in ag. You're very much a part of ag. And if you're feeling connected, you're gonna feel more empowered at what you do, whether it's on the farm or off the farm.
I think women in agriculture in particular, if you're not the main operator on your farm, is to understand when we're going through those tough times, you also have to try to encourage your spouse, your son, or whoever the other person is, and do what you can, to try to help out. And we can do that. We're nurturers at heart as women.
You will suffer some tough times, and be resilient with everything that happens, every challenge. Hang in there, be tough, and know that the sun will rise tomorrow and there will be good things to come.
Faith is a very big part of my life. It has been forever. Just knowing that there is a greater power out there that can help shoulder some of my responsibilities has been key to my survival. I can't tell people enough how you get to a stage in life, as I did 10 years ago, when you do need something more than yourself to get you through those very, very difficult times.
I feel that behind every good man is a good woman, and sometimes a lot of people, family and employees, can feed off of us women. If we're in a bad mood, that kind of sets the whole day. If you're in a good mood, you can have a great time. So no matter what, you got to put a smile on your face and go. I'm very blessed, and I love what I do, and I love the people that I do it with.
I want women to value what they do in agriculture. We all play different roles in agriculture. All of those roles are important, and I really think that's what the Ag-Ceptional Women's Conference has done, is give value to women in the roles that they play.
I've been with the conference since we first brainstormed it up. It's just amazing how much we have grown and changed. People that keep coming back to our conference, it's just wonderful to see them each year.
One of the best things about the Ag-Ceptional Women's Conference is getting to meet and interact and catch up with other women who are involved in agriculture. We have that common bond of loving what we do, and even though there are times when prices may be discouraging, politics are something we can't control, we still have that bond of the love we have for the land and for agriculture and for one another, and we can share that with each other, and this is a great place to do that. I talked a little bit about if you give a mouse a cookie, if you give a farm woman a little nudge and some encouragement, she can become Ag-Ceptional.
An exceptional woman is here to stay. There's a story to tell, there's a lesson to learn. An exceptional woman, oh, you know she'll be taking her turn. The seeds that she plants, they grow tall and strong. She's been ignored for far too long. With an exceptional woman, you can't go wrong. She makes it through good times, she makes it through tough. She makes sure that there's more than enough. She stands tall when push comes to shove. She works, she gives, she laughs, she